Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Theater in the Kitchen with Miss Newberry. I'm calling it Theater in the Kitchen now because it's not just drama, it's theater. Actually, it's not. It's film. Theater is live. So today we're going to be talking about rehearsal. We've done a lot of background. We've done a lot of analysis. I know a couple of you have started rehearsing already. I've done a little bit of rehearsing of my monologue. So we're just going to talk about the rehearsal process. Really, the monologue unit is ideal for the situation that we're in right now, because if we were doing group work, it would be really, really hard. I've been speaking to some of my drama teacher friends at other schools, and they said that they're in the middle of trying to do group work from a distance, and that's really hard. So I'm actually very happy that we're doing this monologue unit right now, because it gives you time to work on your craft individually, which is great. So when you're rehearsing your monologue, a couple of things to keep in mind. Number one, you are going to make mistakes. That's great. If at some point I am able to post a blooper reel here of me doing this monologue, if I can figure out how to piece those together, I will do that. But there's going to be mistakes, and that's totally fine. That's part of the process. I'm following Patrick Stewart right now. Some of you might know him as Picard from Star Trek The Next Generation, or as Professor X from X-Men. He is doing a sonnet series right now. He does one of Shakespeare's sonnets every day, and he posts his mistakes. So he starts the sonnet, he screws up, and he said, nope, let's start that again. And he starts it again from the beginning. And he is a classically trained professional actor making millions of dollars. He's been studying acting for his entire life from the time he was in grade school, went to some of the best acting schools in all of the world. So if he can make mistakes and just post them online and say, yeah, that's fine, then that's fine with me. Rehearsal is all about making the mistakes. With your script, what I've done with my script that you can't see right now is I actually have it taped to my laptop right here behind the screen. So you can't see it, but every time my eyes go up like this, that's me looking at my script. I don't have it fully memorized yet, but I have parts of it memorized. When we do the final performance, I'm asking that is as memorized as possible. If you can have it fully memorized, that's fantastic. If you can't, then just do your best. Figure out where you can put your script, or have some cues or something like that around the room where you're going to do your recording, and just go do some problem solving from that regard. When we do plays, it's expected that the actors rehearse and memorize the entire play from its beginning to its end. There are no cuts, there are no takes. You just need to know the entire play from the beginning to end. A 2-hour or more play, and the whole thing is memorized. When actors do film, which is kind of what we're doing right now, it's a little bit different. It's more like you only have to memorize short scenes at a time, and you never really go through the whole film from beginning to end. Sometimes you start in the middle, then you go to the end, then you go back to the beginning, and it jumps all over the place. So the actors only have to memorize small parts of the film at a time, and if they screw up, they can just do another take and start again. That doesn't happen in theater. So this is really more like film. You can do as many takes as you want. So for my monologue, I did post you a video on beats, and I showed you how I did the monologue without any beats, and then how I did the monologue with beats. So that's the first thing I want you to start with, is memorizing, practicing your monologue with beats in it, to make sure that you've got a good sense of pausing. The next thing, of course, is character. Now, we've done a lot of analysis of character. You guys know your characters quite well. You know what they want, what their motivations are. You know what their dramatic action is. You know how they grow, how they change. And that should come out in your monologue. Think of a monologue as this. Every monologue, really every performance, has to have a shape. It can't just start at 100 and go at 100 through the whole thing, because the audience will lose interest very fast. A monologue should build to a certain point, and it can either end at that point, or it can kind of have a denouement, or like a falling action, to use the English term. You might have done that in English class when you talk about the plot line. But my monologue, I think, definitely ends with more of a climax, even though there's not a lot happening in this monologue. She's just sitting in a coffee shop talking to her friend about superhero characters. So I'm going to post a little bit of some rehearsal that I'm doing of my monologue. If I can figure out how to do this as a blooper reel, then I think that'd be good. So that's it for rehearsing. I want you to start rehearsing with keeping in mind that you are ultimately going to be recording a performance of this monologue that you will be evaluated on as the culminating assignment for this monologue unit. Okay? Thank you very much and have a good day.